wants to say something? Anyone? I think someone has raised the hand. Yes, is that?
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
uh, I have a question, and is it possible because this is a trial what I was reading,
Sure,
and
sure.
the in the company where I work is our. The point is, I'm looking at this now also to give a feedback to my company, and so I would ask if it's possible if this session is somehow recorded and that I could use that to show if they want to pay for the course.
Yes, sir. Yes, 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 yes. This session is already being recorded, so don't worry about that.
So will be the link distributed in the session, or how is it possible then to
Yeah,
access the
post the
recording?
session, it will be shared. You can just check with our management team. I'll share the contact number of the management team. You can just be in touch with them. They will help you out with the recording.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. So before I begin, I'll just quickly give you a briefing about myself. So I'm Sankha, who is a CISA and CISM certified international cybersecurity professional. I'm having an experience of about 7 years in different aspects of cybersecurity and risk advisory domain. Currently, I'm working in one of the big four firms in Singapore in risk advisory domain. So I have been associated with this particular institute for around 3 years, and I have an experience of around 4 years in teaching different aspects of cybersecurity, like the SOC Analyst, CH, Splunk, ISO lead implementation and lead auditing, etc. I published my research paper recently in American Institute of Physics Conference and Proceedings on the next generation threat hunting framework. So as I said, my expertise lies in SIEM administration, different SIEM tools, incident management, data center audits, designing different policies while implementing ISO 27001, 2013, and 2022, vulnerability management, Cyber 360 framework designing, and so on. So I'll quickly give you an overview for today's agenda. So I'll give you a course briefing and a syllabus overview, what SOC is about, why you should go for SOC, what is the SOC overflow, what are the different concerns that our stakeholder is having, difference between SIEM versus log management, a typical corporate environment, how it looks like, and also the different aspects of incident management tools we are going to cover in this particular course. Okay. So first of all, this SOC analyst certification is basically the ability to observe the threats and the capability of the organization to fight against the next generation threats, the viruses, the vulnerabilities that are coming up with. So this certification basically tells you your ability to measure the vulnerabilities that are present in your current organization, and you as a consultant can suggest that how they can improve their overall infrastructure to be more resistant to the different attacks that are happening in the current days. So this particular program starts from the very scratch level to the intermediate level, and then I'll take it to the advanced level to make you industry ready so that you can appear for any interviews, be it a SOC analyst role, SOC consultant, in IT audit or cybersecurity consultant, like different aspects of cybersecurity. So to give you a very briefing, this particular program has been designed in such a way that I'm going to cover the entire content within 30 hours, and there will be two interactive quiz session. One quiz session will be after 15 days of the session, when you are in the mid of the session, to just understand where you are and what are your pain points that we need to develop as a team. And then at the end of the session, there will be another quiz which will basically cover the entire syllabus that we have covered. And also, I'll be providing you interview questions which will help you to ace through the interview. Maybe it in cybersecurity or as a SOC analyst, SOC consultant roles. So, what is SOC? Okay. So, before going to the next slide, just anyone, could you please? I'll just stop sharing. Can any one of you please let me know what SOC is about? What idea you have about SOC? Anyone?
SOC analyst is the front line of defense.
Sorry, sir. I couldn't hear you. Could you please repeat?
The SOC analyst is the front line of defense. They analyze, monitor, and create a preventive measurement to the system.
Okay, okay. Any other idea you have?
Security Operational Center.
Yeah. So okay, it's okay, fine. So any idea
They
what
observe,
security looks like? I mean, why
monitor
do
the
we?
logs.
Okay,
They
log
monitor the
monitoring.
malicious traffic,
Mm-hmm.
and they have logged the IP address based on the malicious traffic and raise the tickets based on the issue.
Okay, okay. So then, what is incident management? Okay, don't get confused. Okay, I'm just trying to just help you out. Like, what do you feel then? What incident management? What is the difference between the SOC analyst and incident? Is there any difference between incident management and SOC analyst?
If we get any triggered alerts, we'll raise an incident to IRT team.
Okay.
Yeah, incident management is we have to follow the one some framework like ITL, some NIST. How the incident? What is the preparation? What is the detection, eradication? So kind of things.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And
Any
SOC
It's
is
other?
called like
SOC is it
Mm-hmm.
is a 24/7 monitoring when the we are sitting and we have to monitoring the dashboards and that any alerts are triggered we have to check it is a false positive true positive based on that we have to whatever we are gather the evidence as per that we are closing.
Okay.
Hello, Shankar.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
yeah,
I'll
SOC is a
hide this.
security operations center. It's a centralized function with an organization employing people, processes, and technology to continuously monitor, analyze, and improve overall organization security. The purpose of SOC team is to identify, analyze, and respond to any security, cybersecurity incidents or threats. And the primary objective of the SOC is to protect organization assets, including its property, customer data, whole operation process.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And in our security operations center, we have multiple screens for the purpose of monitoring, which displays events, ongoing incidents, and raises alarms if there are any suspicious thing observed. And in SOC is the heart of SIEM solution, security information and event management is the heart of security operations center, in which we will collection of log collection, report generation, real time analysis of the events we will perform.
Okay. Okay. I think
And
someone is.
we use various tools in SIEM like Splunk, IBM Curator.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
This is the capability of SIEM. I have told like log collection, log analysis, log forensics, retention, reporting, monitoring.
Hello,
This all comes under SOC SIEM.
you.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. 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 Please go on. By yes, sir. Who is it?
I am
Yeah.
Shubham Shankar.
Which one? Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yes, it's Dauda Khan. From my point of view, I can say SOC is a unit
Unit. Okay. Yes.
or school technology.
Okay. 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 So let me. Okay. All of you are right. Okay. There is no.
Only depends.
Yeah, hi Shankar.
Yes. 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 Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think SOC is responsible for monitoring and defending an organizational digital assets against cybersecurity threats
Mm-hmm.
and detecting and security breaches and everything. And incident management about is like a broader process that deals with managing any disruptions or incidents that impacts on organization maybe.
Okay. 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 So I think, yeah, guys, if you are not talking, please just mute your mic. Otherwise, there will be background noises. Yes. Anyone else who wants to? Okay. So all of you are right. Okay. So I'll just quickly explain what SOC is. Okay. So as you said, SOC is. Okay. I hope this screen is visible, right? Or I just. Okay, let me, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Good. So. So what I was saying, SOC is nothing but as all of you rightly said that it's basically this infosec team, okay, the information security team who is monitoring the entire security incidents, not only incidents, also events. They're analyzing whether those events are incidents or some incidents are true positive, false positive. I'll come that to later part. So this is basically being used in order to detect, respond to the cybersecurity incidents that are happening across the organization and providing a solution to that. Okay, unless and until you are detecting a particular incident, you won't be able to provide the resolution. So SOC team will basically help you to detect those incidents. Okay, so that is the SOC is about. Is helping to understand what is happening across the organization, helping to detect the incidents, and also to provide a solution to those incidents in order to protect the CIA triad of the organization. Okay, CIA triad means confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These are the three important pillars of information security. So, what is confidentiality, integrity, availability? I'll cover that in the course. I'm not going in that. So, there are different ways to monitor and providing solution to the particular incidents. So I'll just quickly give you a walkthrough of the syllabus. I hope the syllabus screen is visible. Okay. So what we are going to cover. So in the module 1, we are just going to cover the security operations center concepts, the fundamentals of networking and data communication in the module 2. In module 3, I am going to provide you the lab setup. I'll show you what are the different tools that we are going to use in this particular training session. Then we will understand what is the anatomy of cyber attacks, what is the blue team vulnerability assessment, red team, and so on. Then I'll quickly give you a walkthrough of how SIEM works and what is SIEM is about. Okay, security incident and event management. What SIEM is, like someone said, IBM QRadar. We have Splunk. We have our Logics. There are multiple SIEM tools. SolarWinds. Then incident response, that how we are going to respond to the incidents. Okay, so this 11 modules will give you a very fundamental idea about how the entire infrastructure security works and how we are protecting the organization from different aspects of cyber threats. So coming to the next point, that what operations are carried out in SOC. Okay, SOC as the name stands, Security Operations Center. So what operation we are carrying out? So first is the log collection. Logs are getting collected from various devices. What are these devices? It can be your endpoint device. What endpoint device means? Your laptop, desktop, your mobile device, which all are connected to the enterprise network. Then there is a log retention and archival. Okay, so the collected logs are stored centrally, and the logs have some retention and archival period. That depends on the retention period of the organization. That till what time they want to preserve those logs. Then we have the log analysis. So log are analyzed through different SOC technologies. Okay, so you can use different SIEM tools in order to analyze those logs. For example, we can use Splunk, we can use IBM QRadar, we can use Logic, and so on. Then what is the next step? We can monitor the security environments. We can perform event correlation, and then it will also help in incident management. So what is an incident? Basically, so whenever you are performing any operation in the cyberspace, that is called an event. Now, when this event has a negative impact to the organization, then it is termed as incident. Negative impact means it can be a financial impact, it can be a reputational impact, something that is negative to the organization. Okay, so how you're going to deal with an incident? The first step of incident management is that you need to verify that, okay, the incident has actually occurred. Okay, so this is called a verification of incident. So once you verify that, identify and verify that incident has occurred, then what you will do, the next step is called quarantine. Okay, that means you need to separate that asset so that the incident don't spread throughout the organization. So we are basically reducing the platform to spread the incident. So quarantine. So once it is quarantine, then what will be the next step? The next step is that how you are going to resolve that incident. Once the incident is resolved, then you will again onboard that particular device and you need to perform a post-incident analysis. What is this post-incident analysis? Post-incident analysis will help you to understand the root cause. Okay, that is called RCA. I'll teach you all those in details when we go to the incident management. Then we have the threat identification and reaction, and last is the reporting. It generates the client detailed security report, So all this will help you to understand how we are protecting and how we are analyzing the incidents that has happened. So this diagram team basically helps you to understand that how a SOC workflow works. Okay. So first is the collection stage. You are collecting the logs. What logs? Endpoint device logs. Network devices logs. Network device means you have the firewall, IDS, IPS. Okay. What is firewall? What is IDS, IPS? I'll teach all this in our session. Then the next stage is that ingest. Ingest means you have to inject the logs. Then you have to validate it. Okay, that the SOC analyst look for IOCs, that is the indication of compromise, whether any kind of compromise has happened, why the alert came. Then the reports, validate incidents, are then escalated to the response team. Okay, then the respond team. So first you need to validate it and then you need to respond. And last is the document, so that you there once you document it. So if in case of similar incidents happen, you will be able to protect it. So documentation is very essential in order to prevent the recurrence of incidents. Okay. Okay. So I'll just take a quick pause. If you have any query, you can ask. Then I'll go to the next step, that why we should go for the SOC analyst concepts. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So SOC analyst will basically, as I told you, will help you to implement and manage the security tools, monitor it, reduce the downtime, okay, and also helps in audit and compliance. From audit and compliance, I'll tell you why SOC analysis is important, because if you are working in an organization which is ISO compliant, okay, in ISO there is a particular requirement called threat intelligence. So the clause talks about that you need to have a SIEM tool, a particular tool which will monitor all the devices and have that particular log deposition, and dashboards are there which will help you to monitor the overall assets of the organization. So from that perspective, it's very important. If no SOC team is there, no SIEM tool is there, then it won't be ISO compliant. Not only ISO, you can go for other compliance also, like GDPR, PCI DSS, all this ask for this monitoring and handling of incidents. So what are the current concerns? Okay, so the current concerns are that there is huge volume of data. Okay, why huge volume of data? Because nowadays, if you're supporting the e-commerce companies like Flipkart, Amazon, or in other sectors, be it in pharmaceutical sector, be it in aviation industry, like I have supported many clients from aviation industry like Indigo Airlines, Singapore Airlines. They're dealing with huge customer data. Okay, the more data means more vulnerability, because if there is a data leakage, they have to pay penalties. Because most of the organizations, especially from the aviation industry, pharmaceutical industry, they are dealing with the data of Europe. Okay, so in GDPR, as per the clause, there is if we see the articles of GDPR, as per the article 83, it talks about the fines. Okay, so if there is a data leakage, the company has to pay fines. Okay, I'm not going in detail to that. So we have to protect the data. More data means more vulnerability. So that is the major concern. Now there are some other challenges. For example, the data detection capability is less, the scanning rates are slow, customers are not aware of the threat hunting requirements, why they need to protect the data. Apart from that, there are also multiple stakeholders are there in the organization. The business team, the vendors are there, third parties, fourth parties, developers are there. Nowadays, you are well aware of the term DevSecOps. That means development, security, and operations all are working together. Okay, it's a cross-collaborative environment. So more people, more data, more process, more technology, more vulnerabilities, and you need to be very cautious. So there is a concept called PPT, people, process, and technology, which is basically making the assets more vulnerable. So what is the fourth point? Fourth point is that there is a lack of centralized dashboards depicting the data lineage. What is data lineage? Data lineage means how the data is traveling across the organization, the upstream and downstream of data. All these are the current challenges that the enterprise is facing. Okay, so any doubt, guys? I'll just take a pause. Anything you want me to clarify? Okay, I'll go ahead then. If you have any doubt, just stop me and ask. Okay. So today I'm just giving a very brief overview. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want to say something? I think someone unmuted.
This is a comes within the data scientist, no? Suppose you're talking data protection.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're talking the data leakage and data. So this would be role is coming from the data science or data protection.
No, not data science, sir. I'll tell you. So you are working as a and just unmute. Can you just mute? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll tell you, Rohit, sir. Okay. So see, data science is different. Data analytics, you are getting insights from the data. That is different. So data protection is the role of SOC analyst also, because see, whenever any attack happens, okay, let's say there is a service denial attack, okay, the website is not available. So it not only that is hampering the business, the attacker can leak the data of the organization. They can take the data from the organization and can leak in the market. For example, recently there was a data leakage of Toyota. There was also data leakage from this Yatra.com. Many customer data were leaked. So this is basically hampering the reputation of the company. Okay, so when you are working as a SOC analyst, you need to check whether there is any kind of incident has happening that may cause this data leakage. So data leakage is a consequence of the incident. Are you getting me?
Okay. So most time for the data protection, there is a DLP policy is most of the use, and there is a must of the
DLP. I'll tell you, DLP, sir, is data leakage prevention. I'll teach this. Okay, DLP is data leakage prevention. This will basically help you to prevent any data going out. Let's say you are using this email tools, right? So you can share any particular document outside through your email. That it will protect. That is the function of data leakage prevention, that it will protect any kind of data leakage through emails. But if there are some vulnerabilities are there, when any attack is happening, let's say there is a brute force attack, okay, someone else from the outside enter your organization, okay, I teach you all these attacks in detail. So let's say there is a brute force attack and someone got access to your organization, then he can easily take all those data. He doesn't need to send the data through email. Got it. So DLP is different. That is
excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this the order of defense? The security layers, like first.
I'll explain this. I'll explain that. No. This is not an order. Okay. These are the So this is the difference in depth. So there is a concept of defense in depth, DID. Okay. So this is basically securing each and every layer. It's not only one security you are using. So previously what used to happen in earlier days, we used to have only antivirus. Nothing is there. But now antivirus is very easy to crack. So there are different layers to protect. This is not a sequence like one first, two first, not like that. These are the different layers of protection. I'll give you an example. Let's say you are staying in a house, right? So there is a main gate, then there is a drawing room, then there is your bedroom, and in the bedroom you have your locker where you are keeping all your money and jewelry, everything, right? So there are different layers of protection. These are these layers of protection. Understood? Who was asking? I think Abhimanyu, sir. Yes. Can I make your...
Yes, sir. I'm okay with it.
Okay, great. Yes, who wants to go? I think someone was raising hand. Is it okay? Should I proceed? Okay, I'll proceed. I'll give you the platform to ask questions, so don't worry. Okay, so security layers and respective defensive mechanism that we are having. Okay, so first is that advanced threat protection. Okay, there are different vendors that basically provides the threat protection mechanism. Then there is the intrusion detection system. I'll explain all this later. I'm just giving a very high level overview. Then there is a web security. Web security means how you are securing the application layer. There are three different tiers in an enterprise. First is the application, then there is the database, then there is the operating system. Okay, so you need to protect all the three tiers. Then there is the email security. Okay, email security is basically protecting your email. Then there is the forensic analysis. Okay, this which will help you to perform different forensic mechanism on the incident that has happened. Then there is a data loss prevention. Someone was saying that data leakage prevention. It is also called data loss prevention. So this will help you to prevent the outgoing of confidential data. Then there is the next generation firewalls. Then there is the security event monitoring. So all these different mechanisms, right, which I point listed down, this will help you to secure the overall network. Okay, it's not that you are using only antivirus or you are using only firewall. This will help you to restrict it. Okay, that will not work. So even if you are using for antivirus, there you have to use next generation antivirus. Then there is firewall, next generation firewall. Okay, IDS IPS, next generation IDS IPS. I'll explain all this in detail. So can you tell me what is firewall? In any one of you who have any idea about what firewall is? Yes, any idea what firewall is?
Connection, incoming and outgoing.
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so firewall is basically a hardware or software mechanism which is implemented across the endpoint devices and also across the periphery of the network to protect and monitor the incoming and outgoing network packets across the organization. Okay, don't worry, if those who are new guys, I'll give you all the notes and explanations later just to give you an overview. So firewall is a hardware or software mechanism which is implemented across the endpoint devices, for example, your laptop, desktop, mobile devices, and across the periphery of the network to protect and monitor the incoming and outgoing network packets across the organization. Okay. What is an IDS IPS? IDS stands for intrusion detection system. IPS stands for intrusion prevention system. The same thing, it can be hardware or software mechanism which is implemented across the periphery of the network. Okay. Endpoint device, you may not use IDS IPS. That is fine, but the endpoint across the periphery of the network, you have to use IDS and IPS. I'll explain all this IDS IPS mechanism later in detail. Antivirus, you all know that is there in the endpoint devices, and also in addition to that, we have next generation antivirus. Okay, there is a difference between antivirus and next generation antivirus, and I'll teach all this. I'll cover all this in detail. Now, what is SIEM versus log management? Okay, this is a very interesting interview question that why we will go for SIEM. We can do our log management. We can work in silos and can have our log management, but why we will go for SIEM? So first of all, in log management, right, we have the all logs, but in SIEM, we are only focusing on security related logs, which is very important. Otherwise, there will be so many logs we will get, it will be very messy. You need to focus on the security related logs. Then we have the parsing and normalization mechanism in SIEM, which we cannot do in normal log management. Okay. Then we have the reporting stage. We can perform correlation. We can perform threat hunting and threat scoring mechanism, event prioritization, which are not possible in normal log management. Okay. Apart from that, SIEM will also help us in incident management, analysis, follow-up flow, context analysis, and so on, which are not at all possible in our normal log management. So this what a typical corporate environment looks like. As you can see, here is the remote user, that is the endpoint user. Okay, and here through VPN you are connecting to the internet. There is the router is there. Here we have the switches which are connected to the router. Then there is a database server. Okay, the central where all the data are getting stored. This is the app server. This is the data center server. Okay, where the main production server is present, and here is the EPO server. Then here is the web server, email server, and DNS server. DNS is nothing but domain name system, which basically converts the domain name to IP. So whenever you are typing anything, let's say you are typing gmail.com, okay, there is always an IP associated with each domain. So this DNS basically convert that domain to IP. Okay. Now what is this incident response process? So incident response, as I told you, it is a 4-step cycle. See, first is the preparation stage. Preparation stage means you are trying to identify the incident. You need to verify the incident. Then is the detection and analysis. Third stage is the containment and eradication recovery. Fourth stage is the post-incident activity. Now, here is the detail like the preparation phase. You prepare for incidents, compile the list of the IT assets, what all assets you have. Let's say you have your endpoint devices, you have your network devices, you have your softwares, you have your hardwares, you have your printers, you have your vending machines, etc. Okay, so all these are your assets. Okay, for example, any kind of hack happens or any kind of unauthorized access happens, then it will cause an incident. Okay. Then the detection phase, okay, which involves the collection of data from the security tools, the available information. Then the analysis phase, you need to understand that how the data is being compromised, or if there is any kind of critical incident has happened, what are the assets that get compromised. Next is the containment. You need to separate that particular asset, and the last stage is the eradication and recovery. So the tools we are going to learn in this course, we are going to learn Kali Linux, okay, which is a very fundamental tool in order to understand the operating system. Then we are going to learn Splunk, VirusTotal, MX Toolbox, Abuse IBDB, Nessus, and Nmap, Wireshark, and also if we have time, we will try to learn more tools. So these particular tools will help you to understand that how we work in real life scenarios and how the attacks are getting captured, how we can investigate the attack. Okay. Okay, I'll take a pause, guys. If you have any question for this. These are some snapshots of our trainees' feedback. Okay, so I'll just say one thing. So, guys, just to let you know, here in SIEM Intelligence, we all work as a family. So, whenever you have any doubt, or let's say you are not understanding any concept, or let's say you are not liking the way I'm teaching, okay, you can always just reach out to us. If there is any technical query, you need any help, you can always reach out to me. And for any queries regarding the admission or regarding any logistical issues you are facing, you can always reach out to our management. Our management team is 24/7 accessible for all of you. And yes, I think the management team has already posted the details to be in touch with them. Okay, any queries, any concern, just let us know. We will try our best to help you out. Here we all work as a family, and once you enroll, a WhatsApp group will be created, which will be there for lifetime, even after the end of the course. Let's say after 1 to 2 months, you want to connect, you want to have a session with me, you want any support for interview, okay, just please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And in case if you have any query, within 24 hours, I'll try my best to resolve your queries. For any technical help, I'm always there. For any other help relating, if you need any career guidance, or let's say you are getting stuck somewhere, you are not understanding, just please don't hesitate to reach out to our management team. They are always there to support you.
What is the timing for the training?
Okay, so the timing, I'll post it in the chat box. Timing is Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. IST. So, sir, could you please tell me in which time zone you are working? So I'll just check and tell you your time zone.
Eastern time zone.
Okay, Eastern time. I'll post all the Central and Eastern time. Just I think it's 11 a.m. In Eastern time. I'll post it over here.
And also, what is the cost for the training, if you don't mind?
Okay, for cost, for cost, you just be in touch with the management team. I exactly don't have idea regarding the cost because I'm from the faculty department. You please be in touch with the management team. He has posted the WhatsApp number. He will guide you regarding the fees for the course. Because fees and all, I'm not aware of the fees, so just be in touch with them. Any other support, any other guidance you need, if you need any career guidance, I'll give that in this particular course. So it's Monday to Friday, 8:30, and it's 11 to 12.
For the SIEM tools, is it only Splunk that will be covered?
Okay, so
You rather rapid, like
No,
just
so for this, because see, this is not focused on exactly SIEM tools. So we have other courses for SIEM tools. If you learn any particular tool, let's say Splunk, IBM QRadar, Logics, we have separate training for that. So you can be in touch with the management team. He will guide you if you want to learn any particular tool. Here, I'll just give you an overview of the Splunk tool because we have some other tools also you have to cover in this particular course.
okay. So what is the job market focus like after completing this course? Are
Okay,
you looking
so
to
yeah,
work
so
with
you
L1,
will be,
L2, L3? Like
yeah, okay, I'll tell you, sir. So once you complete the course, you will be able to work as a SOC analyst, SOC consultant, cybersecurity consultant, IT analyst in cybersecurity field. So these are the all areas which you can easily apply for. And also, if you want to go for the audit roles, you can also apply for that. GRC domain and governance, risk and compliance, like that. And also in the SOC team, incident management team, these are the different areas you can apply for.
okay.
What is the level of this course? L1, L2, L3?
Okay, I'll start with L1 and I'll cover till L3. So once you have completed this course, you can show some experience around 2 to 2.5 years in cybersecurity. So yeah, you can apply for L1 and L2 and L3, but I'll not suggest to go for team lead because team lead positions are the expectations are a bit higher from the team lead positions. But till L3, it's fine. You can easily apply for. I'll share resumes also. You can use those resumes just to design your resumes accordingly. Yeah. Yes, I think someone is asking question.
Sir, I
How
have
we
4 years
can
of gap. Can I pursue this course?
Yes, ma'am. It won't be an issue. I'll try my best to make you up to the mark. So gaps won't be an issue. Don't worry about that.
Sir, can I ask to some consultancy so I get fake experience certificate of 2 years because I have gaps. That's why.
Okay, so that I can't say in this public forum, but yeah, you be in touch with me. Once you enroll, I'll help you out. You can cover up this. How you can cover up.
Hi, please. Are there prerequisites to this course? Courses we ought to have taken before this?
Sorry, ma'am, I couldn't hear you. Could you please repeat?
Okay, are there prerequisite courses we ought to have taken before coming to?
No. There is
SOC
no
analyst?
prerequisite. There is no prerequisite, ma'am. I'll start from the scratch level. Just one request: just attend the session regularly. And even if you are failing, I'll upload the recording. Please go through the recording once. That will suffice. There is no prerequisite. Nothing. Just be present on the session. That's it. I'll make it ready for the invest. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, what is the duration of this course?
30 hours. 30 hours.
30 hours means 1 month.
Yeah, 1.5 months around. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
At the
What
end of the
about the
day,
lab
you
access?
are confident enough. Maybe right now you don't have that confidence to face interview. You are hesitating, like what kind of questions you will get. You will be confident enough because many of my candidates they are well placed now. So that much guarantee I can give you. I can't say that you will get placed because getting placed is in your own hand. I'll not give you fake promise, but I'll make you confident and industry ready. That much I can give you guarantee.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Means after course completion, do we get any reference for any company we can apply?
Reference, see, I can't promise because it depends. If I have anything, I'll definitely share with you. But yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
as a
promise you
fresher.
that I'll give you reference, I'll make you place. This kind of promise I'll never make because it depends on the market and the demand. But yes, I'll make you industry ready. When you are facing any interview, you can grasp on one shot. You don't need to appear again and again because what I have seen when I conduct interviews, people are not clear of the basic concepts. They don't know the difference between encryption and hashing. They don't know the difference between confidentiality and integrity. Fundamental things they are getting stuck. So That's the problem. So I know the pain points of the candidate, so I'll make you ready and I'll try my best to heal up those points. Yes, Sunil sir.
Can we fake the experience if we complete this course?
See, I'll tell you.
Because fresher jobs are very less, I think.
So I'll tell you, if you have
Very
some
difficult.
experience in other companies, right? If you have some experience in other companies, you can show around 1.5 year or 2 years of experience in cybersecurity. Like you have worked as a SOC analyst and all, because this course, 80% of the course is based on practical things, all the case studies and everything. So you can show the interviewer that you have some experience in cybersecurity. No. Leonardo sir, there is no separate fees. Taste I am taking because all these questions are interview questions. The questions that I put in the test are all MCQ questions, but those are interview questions. So test is just to make you ready for the interview. There is no fees and all. You just need to enroll for this course. Test is it's like I personally take this to make you ready. That's it. Because unless and I take the test right, you won't be able to see where you are. Okay, and please don't think that this test is I'm judging someone, because previously one of the candidate, he was having around 20 years of experience. He was saying, "Hey Sankha, you're judging me." It's not like judging or something like that. No, don't take me wrong. It's just like to see that how you can it's just like a self judgment or self analysis. That's it. And those questions are real time interview questions, so this will help you to face the interview as well. It's just like that. Taste, it's nothing like I'm judging you all. No. You all are experts. It's just that you need a push to face the interview.
What about the lab access, sir? Lab access.
Okay, so for I'll help you to download the tools, right? For Kali Linux, Splunk, then the Nessus, and also you just need to have 4 GB RAM in your laptop. That's it. No other VM or anything is required.
And what about SIM tool like QRadar?
No, QRadar I'll not be able to cover. I'll be covering Splunk. And Splunk is having more demand. Okay, so I'll tell you why I cover Splunk and apart from other SIM tools, because Splunk is in high demand. And as per the Business Economic Times, if you see, Splunk is the most widely used SIM tool. IBM QRadar was on the air in 2019 to 2020. After 2020, IBM QRadar is not that much used. So that's why I choose Splunk in order to just keep you ready. Because if you see on the LinkedIn, you type Splunk, you will get around 10 to 15 jobs. Just type the keyword Splunk in LinkedIn. You will get 10 to 15 jobs.
Okay, actually, I'm working on outside from last 2 years. So if I join this course, can I mention Splunk?
Yeah. You can show around 1 year of experience in Splunk.
Hi,
So interviewer requires certificate, means specifically all the interviewer requires specific certification on that
Okay,
base they
I'll go
hire.
one by one. I think, wait, Aniket, okay, if we upload SIMSOC certificate, do you get any call? Okay, call you will definitely get, because when you will put the keywords that I'll teach you, you'll definitely get interview calls, that for sure. So don't worry about that. Next question is Splunk is also open source, which means yes, Splunk is an open source tool. But Mike, just to add to your point, when you are using in your real-time environment, you need to have the license. Otherwise, if you are not, the Splunk offers only 60 days of free trial. So after that, you have to take the license. So it's in high demand because there are some unique features on Splunk. Okay, so I'll tell you what is the difference between in IBM QRadar, you can't write queries. Okay, IBM QRadar is it's a GUI. It's a graphical interface. You won't be able to write queries. You can't customize it. Okay, you just need to play with the interface. I think those who work in IBM QRadar, they will know. But in Splunk, you can write your own queries. You can customize the dashboard. You can customize the customer queries. You can customize the customer requirements. You can focus on creating different alerts, different queries, different dashboards, which makes the Splunk more, what should I say, more demanding and more customer friendly. That's why the Splunk is in high demand. Okay, so see guys, if I won't be able to cover different tools if you are coming up with, what I do, I generally cover those tools which are in demand. If you mention those tools in your CV, right, you will easily get calls. So I just try to cover those tools. So weekend, okay, Sunil sir, I'll tell you, okay, weekend is actually difficult, but what I'll suggest is try to manage in weekdays because I'm also working. So just try to manage in weekdays class. If you miss any class, go through the recordings. If you have any doubt, then you connect with me. If you need to connect over weekend for around 1 hour just to guide you if you're getting stuck somewhere in the recordings, then I'll be able to help you out.
Hi, sir. Actually, I have another doubt. As you already mentioned, you means you will teach only 30 hours, right? So within 30 hours means for that particular area, for example, network area, security, and tool, different types of areas. How you will cover means how
No,
you
see,
will
I
give
tell you, I
time for that
can't
particular.
be expert in all those tools. Okay, Mohammed, I won't be able to expert in all those tools. I'll give an
Mhm.
overview. I think Prakash is also asking will be able to cover Splunk everything. Like no, for that I have separate course of Splunk. Okay,
Okay,
you can
okay,
go for that course if you
okay.
because it's very difficult to make because Splunk is a huge
Mhm.
course. Splunk there is admin, architect, developer part. Okay, I'll cover the fundamentals basics. Okay, if you want in
Okay.
depth of Splunk, then is a separate course is there. If you want a VAPT, then there is a separate course. So in this SOC analyst, I'll give you a very overview of the tools, how the tools works, fundamental areas of the tools. Like now you don't know to scan a port, right? This Nmap will help you to know how to scan a port. Wireshark will help you to know how the network packets analyzer work, how you're going to analyze the network packets. This idea you will get. Okay, otherwise it would be very difficult. Like if I cover pick one tool and try to cover end to end, then you have to go for the separate course. Because if I try to cover each and every tool, then it will go for around 100 hours. So fundamentals I'll cover.
Hi, Sanka. Sanka, this is Anthony. I have one question actually. While you taken these courses, actually, have you teach about the use cases?
Yes. In Splunk, I'll cover the use cases.
Okay. So, if and another question is when we prepare for the lab environment, so we can get any Splunk trial package.
Yeah. The 60 days of free trial I'll give you to download.
So that one is enough, right? To
Yes.
to test everything.
Correct. That will enough. That will be sufficient.
Okay then. Thank you.
Hi, Shankar. This is Darshan here. So
Yes.
for lab, will you be able to provide us some cloud space, cloud environment for lab, or
Cloud environment not required because I go for this in-house infrastructure. Okay, so I'll give you the driver files you'll download on your own desktop, and you can scan your own desktop. For example, Nmap you are using, right? You can scan your own desktop and see what are the ports are open, what are the vulnerabilities present. Wireshark, I'll give you some random websites. You can just check those websites. I have some malicious website. I have few websites which are vulnerabilities are there. It's not HTTPS, only HTTP. So you can just check through those Wireshark that how the HTTP, if it's not HTTPS, it's not there. How you can decrypt the password and you can see it. So this testing you can do. And then we have our NASA's tool. So with the help of NASA's, you can scan your own desktop or you have your any IP, you can use any public IP and scan the vulnerabilities like that. So
and I had one more question. So as you mentioned, some benefits of Splunk over QRadar. I was wondering of starting in another course parallelly to this SIEM analyst. So I was thinking of QRadar to go with this. So how would you suggest that? Do I need to do that,
So
or
you can go for it. See, if there is any requirement in your current organization or you want to go for QRadar, you can always go for it. I just give you a comparative analysis.
okay.
Yeah. Yes, guys. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
Shankar, we will cover mostly how is attack is happen and then how could we protect the
Correct.
organization on this
Correct.
course.
Correct.
So
Correct.
if suppose any ransomware detect in our organization,
Hmm.
so what we will doing and then how could we means doing these things. So
Okay,
if
I'll tell
suppose
you.
you give me some yeah
Yeah, yeah,
let me
I'll
know.
give you some insights. Okay, so for example, it's a ransomware, right? You need to first understand that what kind of ransomware is it? Is it totally making the endpoint devices unavailable, or some folders are making it unavailable? What kind of ransomware it is? For example, this WannaCry and all. There are different types of ransomware. Okay, so once you understand it, first of all, you need to quarantine those devices. That is the main thing. Okay, and the main solution for ransomware is the backups. What kind of backup you are having? Your organization should always have hot backup, and also the regular full backup has to be compiled. So there are different three types of backups: full backup, incremental backup, and one was the differential backup.
Differential backup. Yeah.
Yes, differential backup. So if this is the main strategy, your organization should have backups, and also how frequently you are testing those backups. So backup is the only solution to recover from the ransomware. Because if your endpoint devices are already, because what happens in ransomware, they try to encrypt the entire devices. Okay, they will encrypt the data. So unless and until you have that algorithm, you won't be able to decrypt it. So the result of which you need to again decommission all the servers and you need to restore the data from the backups that you have. Okay, there are different backup strategies. So this full backup, incremental backup, and differential backup. These are the types of backups you are taking, and then you need to understand that what kind of recovery strategy you are having. Okay, it's a like mirrored backup recovery strategy. Then there is hot site recovery strategy. Okay, there are different recovery strategies. So that you need to check that what kind of recovery strategy you want to adopt in case of any such unavailability happens. So this is a very common way to handle ransomware attack.
So we will understanding which type of ransomware has detect and we could have the tools. Also we understand ki we have to analyze ki which type of ransomware is he
Correct.
detect in the organization. Yeah.
Correct. If it's only, let's say, if it's only affecting a particular server or only at one endpoint device, then there is no need to go for this entire backup restore strategy. You can simply do a endpoint device restore strategy. So the main first important step is you to understand the gravity and depth of the attack, and the second step is that you should have your backup testing and recovery strategies available to restore the system.
We will cover in this course in cybersecurity chain and then MITRE attack.
Yes.
What type of
My
this?
can cyber security can I'll cover. It's there in the book.
Sir, do you simulate the real attack?
Sorry, go ahead.
Sir, do you simulate the attacks, real attacks?
Yeah, I'll tell you. So I'll give you some logs, okay? In Splunk, with the help of that, you can check the brute force attack. You can perform brute force attack. So brute force attack simulation I can do. But apart from that, this DOS attack or any other password cracking attack, that I won't be able to show. So two types of attack: brute force attack and password hacking attack. So these two attacks I can show you with the help of your Wireshark tool and Splunk.
Okay, sir.
Oh, hi Sankar, this is Abhishek. I have a question. Like I'm already working in right now in Rackspace technology, and I'm having 4 years of experience. Like as a technical support engineer, I'm working. So now I want to like choose something. So like I'm trying to move into as a SIEM or SOC analyst. So if I'm going to like after completing this course, if I'm going to switch, how much and like average SOC analyst L1 or cybersecurity analyst L1 earns?
Okay, so first of all, it depends on your current package, but I feel like after the completion of this course, you will get around 10 to 15 because you can show around 3 to 4 years of experience in cybersecurity. So yeah, 10 to 15, it's an average.
I understand. Okay, because I have experience of using the like in last year or maybe 2 years back, I used to spend times with the cybersecurity tools, NASA's I have used just for the educational purpose, Kali Linux, and all
Mm-hmm.
these things.
Okay, 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 great. Yeah, so Kali Linux, you have downloaded, right? You have your Kali Linux downloaded.
Yes, I have Kali Linux. I have like completed the setup the Nessus as well because I believe the setup what Nessus do is that Nessus do the scan of the environment and it tells you
Right,
like what
right.
kinds of the vulnerability exist in your
Yeah,
environment, and
OpenVers
then
also you can try. OpenVers, Burp Suite also offers a
burp
free.
suit. Yes, I also have tried. That is a bug
Mhm.
hunters usually use.
Correct, correct, correct. Yeah, yeah. So, okay, so regarding the package, I think 10 to 15 in that range you can easily get. I don't know about your current package. If you're currently more than 10, then definitely you will get 15 plus.
No, I'm not more than 10. Like I'm earning between 6 to 7. That's why I ask this
Then
question because I don't
easily,
want to downgrade myself.
yeah, then you can easily get around 12 to 14 because now the market is quite good for cyber.
Yes, and it's very hard as well, for the freshers to get the jobs in this domain.
Yeah, that's what I am suggesting, guys. Like once you complete this course, at least show 2 years of experience in your CV, because like when I used to go to for this recruitment, right, when I was in Deloitte, it was given the instruction from the management only that always go for those candidates who are having some experience at least. This is a secret news because whenever they will not directly tell you, okay, that they are not going to recruit fresher, but they will always give preference to those candidates who are having some experience. At least 1 year will also suffice. It's always
Yes,
better
I understand that.
having that nothing. Even if you are performing very well in interview, right, they will always give preference to a candidate who has some experience. So you can show around at least 2 years of experience, 1.5 years of experience in cybersecurity. You can show it in Splunk, incident management. I'll share my resume with you. You can also just go through it once. I have some mock resumes, so you can just go through it and
Understood.
whichever area you are comfortable, right? You can show it's the incident management, team administration, Splunk. Okay, yeah. So, guys, I'll tell you like once you complete this SOC analyst course, right? If you are interested, you also go for the Splunk because this Splunk course, okay, it's not mandatory. Okay, Prakash, I think he's asking, and no, no, nothing is mandatory. See, why I will suggest to go for this Splunk course, right? Because once you have the SOC analyst, you will. I will be able to cover around 30% of the Splunk. Once you go for the Splunk, right, you can at least show that you are having 2 years of experience in Splunk and 1 year as a cybersecurity. 2 years of experience is going to this will help you. Otherwise, it's fine. Even if you don't want to go for yes, I think some background noise is coming.
Hi, Sanka. Hi,
Are you
Sanka. Can you repeat it once more? It's background noise, so I can't able to hear.
Okay, okay. Sure, sure, sure. So, but I was saying that once you complete the SOC analyst course, if you feel you are interested, go for the Splunk also. Why I'll tell you because this with the help of the Splunk and SOC, you can show around 3 years of experience, 2 years as a Splunk analyst or as a Splunk consultant and 1 year as a cybersecurity consultant. So then you can show this 3 years of experience. Or otherwise, if you don't want to show that, then you can just simply use this SOC analyst course and show some 1 year or 1.5 years of experience.
Yeah,
Because see,
actually, Sanka,
cyber when there are multiple roles. You can work as a SOC analyst, you can work as a cybersecurity consultant, you can work as an incident handler, you can work as a IT analyst, you can work as an ISO auditor, you can work as an ISO implementer. There are multiple roles. Okay, so after this course,
okay.
you can say that okay. So let's say someone wants to go for the GRC domain. Okay, so previously I was there in SIEM domain. Now I shifted to GRC domain. So then GRC domain, I'll also give you a walkthrough of this ISO and all. So I'll give you the documents of ISO 27001, 2013, 2022. If you want to show some experience in ISO, you can show that. Because ISO is very easy. There is nothing technical in that. You just need to check the policies, procedures, control testing and all. I'll give you a work progress.
Okay, Sangha. Actually, I am pursuing. Actually, I'm doing SOC analyst for 1 year, but I need to learn Splunk for, as you said, there's a market need for Splunk. That's why I
Correct,
need to
correct. That
learn
is the
Splunk.
thing. Go
Yeah,
for
okay.
Splunk if you feel after the end of the SOC analyst course, because Splunk also I only teach. So if you feel it's worth it, then go for it. I'll not say go for it because you may feel that I'm trying to push you, nothing like that. But if you feel that it's worthy and you have show some experience in Splunk, then please go for that, because the Splunk is in high demand now. And even if you don't go for Splunk in SOC analyst course, also I'll try to cover, but I won't be able to cover the entire Splunk because there are many concepts that I have to cover in this course. See, the SOC analyst course is
Okay, Sangha. Will
basically
you?
any role. Splunk is a niche course, okay? It will be totally focused on Splunk. But the SOC analyst is a very broad course to make you ready for any cybersecurity role. This is just like a platform to kickstart your cybersecurity career.
Okay. Actually, Sangha, will you teach us how to deploy all these things?
Sorry, how to deploy?
How to deploy some in at Sangha, am I audible?
Yes.
Hello. Will you
Yeah,
teach us
yes.
how to deploy all these things?
Yeah. In Splunk, I'll show you how to ingest logs and all. That I'll show you.
Okay, Sangha.
Is any other queries? Okay, guys, just to mention, like as an institute, we won't be able to give you any fake experience certificate. Okay, like I think someone was asking, so don't think that we'll be providing any fake experience certificate. That we don't do. Okay, I can make you ready for the interview. You can show if you are working. So let's say one of the candidates told that he is working as a tech IT support. So you can show those experiences as Splunk. That I can help you, but we won't be able to provide any such fake experience certificate. That it's not. It's ethically not right. So we won't be able to do that. But yeah, if you want to show your experience in your current organization, let's say you are working as a production support engineer, but you want to show in it your experience as a Splunk analyst or SOC analyst, that I can help you. That you can tell in the interview that you have worked on that, worked on this. But any kind of fake certificate, that we won't be able to. Just to inform you now.
Hi Sankar, this is Ravi. I have one doubt. So I'm from pen test background. I just wanted to know the difference between like pen test and since I don't have much in-depth like idea about SOC. So how does like pen test and SOC like if you compare between them? So what's the like similarities and differences? If you can just explain in brief, so it will be helpful for me.
Okay, so pen test. Okay, so VAPT pen test comes under this VAPT role. Okay, so there is always a VAPT team in the organization who performs this vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, which is a part of the again a compliance requirement. If you are going to be compliant with the IT Act, ISO, and all. So SOC analysis is different. Okay, so this basically takes into account if any kind of incident has happened, how they are going to handle the incident, how they are going to protect it. Okay, so these are the different mechanisms for SOC analysts to work on. Let's say any kind of new, okay, so I'll give you an example. Let's say a malicious URL has come in the market. As a SOC analyst, you need to check whether that particular malicious URL is blocked in the firewall. If not blocked, who all have access that particular URL? You quickly need to give take down the list of those users who have accessed that malicious URL, and then you need to check if any kind of malicious activity has taken place in those users who have accessed this particular URL. These activities SOC analyst team will do. Pen test will basically check how strong your enterprise is. Okay, for example, as a pen tester, you must have checked whether you are being able to exploit the vulnerabilities present. right? Let's say you are doing a pen test of the web application. So you will check whether you can perform SQL injection, whether you can perform cross-site scripting, whether you can perform any kind of cross-site request forgery, all these front-level attacks, whether it is whether the output error messages are sanitized or not, whether the input validation is taking place in the login credentials, all this you will check, right? Yeah, these are the parts of penetration testing that you are performing. SOC analyst will not do that. SOC analyst will check how strong. So basically, you are having a role of defensive mechanism. Okay, here we are going to check that if any incident happened, okay, then what are the consequences has taken place? Let's say there is a DOS attack, there is a denial of service attack. You will not do anything, right? We need to check it that why it happened, whether it's an internal denial of service or whether it's an external attack. And if the attack has happened, then who all are the affected areas, why the attack has happened, all this analysis we have to do. So your job is like a 9 to 12 or 9 to 5 job. SOC analyst job is a 24/7.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one more thing, what's the future about like SOC and pen testing? Because like I need to decide, like should I go with SOC or pen test? Because I like the way how SOC is like designed or how it works. So I just wanted to know like what's the future and
SOC is vast. Okay, so if you're in the big four, you will start as a consultant, then you'll be a manager, then associate director, like that. But in pen test, it's more of the technical only. You will be stuck into the technical area. I'm not demotivating or don't.
yeah, I get that. Yeah.
But here you will be able to explore the business because at the end of the day, you have to bring business. You have to bring clients.
Right.
So this will help you to go in that level.
Okay, fine. And the certificate which you provide, right? So, like that's accepted in the industries also, right?
Yeah. You will get the CP credits also, 30 credit points, which you can show as a part of the learning points.
Okay. Yeah. Fine, Sank. That's it from my side.
Yeah, hi, Shankar, Rajesh this side.
Yes.
I just wanted to confirm one thing. Is Microsoft Defender also a part of our curriculum?
Yes. It's a same tool only.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was just concerned. Is it a part of our curriculum or not?
No, sir. Here we are going to cover only Splunk because see, that's what I told. Like there are many SIEM tools. You have this Microsoft Defender. We have the SolarWinds. We have the Cora Logics. We have the IBM QRadar. So Splunk, why I picked up because it's in high demand now. Most of the candidates they can go for the job in Splunk.
No, but I have chosen for this course SOC Analyst.
Yeah. So see, Splunk is just a part. I'm not saying that Splunk is all I'm going to cover. Splunk is just a part of the other few tools that we are going to learn, like Kali Linux, Nessus. Then we have the MX Toolbox. We will learn email forensic. So it's just a part.
So if I have to learn Microsoft Defender, then what do I have to choose? Because that's a part of my job and I am working for Tata Consultancy Services as.
Oh, you are in TCS. I was there for 4 years in Kolkata.
Oh, okay. So I'm working as a cybersecurity analyst. So just wanted to know because Microsoft Defender is a part of my regular job and something that I have to learn.
So Microsoft, okay, I'll try to give you some briefings, but it won't be possible for me to cover the entire Microsoft Defender. You can check with the management team if they have some course specific to the Microsoft Defender. They will help you out.
Okay, all right. That helps. Thanks.
Sure, thank you. Okay, guys. So from my side, there is nothing else to present. So if you have any queries or doubt, you can just stay in the call. I am also here for a few more time. Otherwise, we will see you again tomorrow. So from tomorrow, our course is going to start. So I hope to see you all tomorrow. If you have any concerns or any queries, you can be in touch with our management team. And thanks a lot, guys, for your time. Thanks a lot for giving time in this weekend. Have a great week ahead.
Tomorrow, what time, brother?
Tomorrow, sir, you are in which time zone?
No, African time zone.
Okay, let me just check the time zone. Wait. One minute, I'll just check and I'll update you. Yeah, I think 6 p.m., sir. It's 6
Okay.
p.m.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Just check the time once. I'll just post because I am also in a different time zone. I am in Singapore right now. So it's Indian time. It's 8:30 p.m. IST. As most of the candidates are Indian, so I'll just post the Indian time. It's 8:30 p.m. IST.
And it will be regular,
Okay, brother.
right? It will be regular,
Sorry?
right? It will be
Regular,
regular.
regular. Yeah. Monday to Friday.
Barring Saturday, Sunday.
No, Saturday, Sunday, there is no session, sir.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
After completing the course, recordings will be available.
Yeah. Recordings will be there. So I'll tell you what we do. We will create a Google Drive. All the recordings, study materials, all these will be loaded over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi Sanka, just in case if I'm not able to like enroll the course which starts from tomorrow, so when will the next course start?
I'm not sure about the next course because it's not in my hand. Management only decides.
Okay.
So what I'll suggest you, sir, you try if you take 2 to 3 days after also you can enroll if you want to enroll. Because I don't know when the next batch will start because after this SOC Analyst I'll have a Splunk batch and different batches are there. Yeah. So I'm right now not sure when the next batch will start. But this batch will start from Monday tomorrow.
Fine, yeah. Thanks.